it feel good to be back. Bigger Play back. Back with another one. Welcome to the Bigger Play, where the rubber meets the road and we get straight to it. We're finna talk about them topics we've been talking about. Working on the camera part of the game. We still on the technical aspect of it, so pretty soon we're gonna be going live. Y'all gonna be able to tap into what we're doing. And I'm just appreciating the elevation that I'm seeing, the growth that I'm seeing, the work that we putting in, and we here now. So with no further ado, what we doing? Let's see what we doing. Check it out. Now, that go a teacher going viral for what I see is presenting herself professionally, not doing too much, and then on the dress down days, being able to have on things that can connect with the students. So it's a good thing. But what we doing though, know what I mean by what we doing? Is we upset? Not at all. Is we tapping in with the teacher? Is that the type of person that we like? Nowadays, anything can go viral. A lot of it ain't of quality. A lot of it is the you know what, the buffoonery, and we attacking that too. So what we doing is putting that product out there so we can make our attempt at going viral. And we tapping into different things, trying to have a conversation, trying to interject, trying to, coexist with each other on these different platforms, men and women, men and men, children and adults, adolescents and mid-teens, young adults, everything, older people. We trying to tap in different cultures, different races, different ethnicities. We just tapping in with everything. And, we like to see the queens dressed nice, coming to work on it. You could be presentable, know how to interact. I know it's a difficult task because it'd be a generation gap, especially now with all this, the word I want to use again, buffoonery. So, for lack of a better word, we're gonna try to keep it PG, not even PG-13. We want certain people to be able to tap into what we're doing. However, we on our way to the moon. So we appreciate you being here with us, and I would like to know what you think about what's going on with what you just saw. So we're going to be dropping them. We here, happy to be here, getting warmed up again. Episode 13, episode 12, we here. We getting the ball rolling. So in a minute, I ain't going to know which episode because there's going to be so many. And we're going to get tighter with everything that we're trying to do. Audio gonna come and be warmer too. We got a nice sound now, but we're gonna make it even warmer for you. So when you call in, we want you to cam up. We're gonna have these conversations. You did? This is a bigger play. And we're gonna need y'all to tap into that next one. Y'all know that next one, right? Need y'all to pay attention to something. Now, a lot of our topics we gelling in. We kind of been gung-ho on, pay attention, keep going. She said it, I didn't. Make it make sense. What we're doing, we got a lot of, at least a solid 5 to 6 that we're going to be talking to on the regular, and we're going to be going in and see how you feel about certain things that we're talking about. So that was what we're doing. But now, I want you to pay attention to something that this young lady, she said that I didn't, but this is going to be the pay attention aspect to see if what she's saying is yay or nay. And it's going to be a sway. But let's go.
I don't know how to put this without this sounding ugly. However, fellas, you cannot love a woman more than she loves you. If you give a woman all the power in a relationship and you are a purposeful man, a businessman, you handle things and you're a real leader, there's a high probability that woman is going to throw you off your game. And you can think that I'm lying, but I see it happen all the time. When you are a purposeful man and say you run into business and this woman has all this power, you're going to start losing. And I don't mean that in an ugly way, but if that woman has all the power, I'm telling you, she's going to throw you off. She will damage you emotionally because you're going to be chase pleasing her emotions. And now I believe we need to be validate our emotions. But I'm saying if you are chasing a woman's emotions, which is how we're made biologically, they never go away. You are going to be you're going down a rabbit hole and you'll never come back up. So if you don't handle your business and stand on some business as a man and stay focused on what you need to focus on and let that woman love you as she was designed to do, you're going to fall off.
Pay attention. Let's have a conversation. Man, that's a deep one. A lot of people is going to be upset and they're going to have different opinions. It's a fact. Watch this. You in love. You love this person. This person love you. It ain't never equal. It's never equal. The person that love the least is willing to walk away the quickest. Let me say that again. In a relationship, you got two people. You got one person that love you like this. You got another person that love you like this. Or how about we say like this and another person love you like this? It ain't even. The person that love like that, see, you crazy about them. You loving on them. You willing to sacrifice things. You doing what you got to do to make it happen. You trying to fight through. You trying to communicate. But because they don't love you the same or greater, hence why we got 80% of the women filing for divorces, willing to walk away much quicker, willing to allow you to be in much more pain, willing to take advantage of you, willing to do everything that you're not willing to do because they don't love you the same. It's real. I've seen where the person that done the person that love more, this person love more, this person love less, and this person is wrong. Totally wrong. Right? This person still, man. A lot of people don't want to accept it. Women are, well, it's different now. Women different now. Women, men, and it's all type of, but the nature of the woman is to be the helpmeet to the man, be the nurturer for the children, make the house a happy home. The man, provider, provision, protector, right? So imagine you and your wife somehow get on the outs, and before y'all can dissolve the marriage, annul the marriage, divorce, she steps out and able to go and do what? Make another child. Now, if you're a man of low to no integrity and you love her, there's a possibility, a strong possibility, that you're going to accept that if that other person don't work it out with her and it was just a fun time and she loved him more, he gonna make sure he could cut to the curb, she gonna come back over there. And if she happened to do that, sorry to say, you gonna accept it. Wow. That's a fact. That's a hard pill to swallow, just thinking about it. I've seen it. I've also seen, well, after several years of being together, she walk away. Several meaning a nice substantial amount. 10, 15, 20 years. And y'all on the outs and she walk away for something that ain't that big of a deal. There's not no abuse. She walk away. And you are attempting to allow her to walk away because obviously she don't want to be with you. And this has happened several times, but this time you trying your best, but because you are dealing with an ego and because you're dealing with pride, you trying to fight it. But the love you have for that young lady is putting you in a very, very, very compromised state to where you still trying to chase, and she done moved on with somebody, they banging her out, and she putting up with them what she wouldn't put up with you because the feelings just don't exist the same. A lot of people might say it's a thin line, but it ain't. It ain't. It's very difficult. And this young lady just spoke on it. I didn't. But I'm in agreement with what she's saying. Fellas, a man, no matter when it is, a man has to step into his purpose, right? Let me tell you what that is. Stepping into your purpose means become focused, become committed, become dedicated, and make sacrifices on what your heart driving you to do and what your heart driving you to be. That can be a lot of different things. Okay? Some people it could be sports. Some people it's sports analysts. Some people it's engineering. Some people it's music. Some people it's pastor work. Some people it's philanthropy. Some people it's a owner of a business. Some people really, it's so many ways we can go with what your purpose is. But your purpose is there. But you gotta woosah. You gotta meditate, calm down, so the universe will allow you to tap in with that purpose. Because so many of us move so fast, especially as men, we move so fast. We see that eye candy, we gone. Boom, 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 boom. We on the chase, and we never get a chance to sit back and focus on our purpose, whatever that purpose may be. And then we get distracted and we get clouded. And here it is, we're in a situation working towards something, not really knowing what it is, not really focused on that purpose because we're moving fast and we're doing the general, typical things that we are taught to do as children. Go to work, go get an education, find a job, get a family. Where your dream at? Where your purpose? If you tap into that, the universe will allow you to become the great person that you're trying to become. And in that, it's going to be different energies come your way. And the energies that come your way, because you tapped into your purpose, the energy is going to come your way. It's going to be accepting of that. You're going to feel it. It's going to be a feeling, because we all got feelings. We'll feel like, man, I know the energy from her ain't right, but I'm going to push how I feel to the side. And I'm going to go tap in with that because that's what I want to do, even though the energy trying to guide you a different way. Now it's another energy that you're going to be moving, and this person over here ain't going to give up on you. And you're going to look up and say, whoa, she didn't make it difficult. She didn't make it hard. Yeah, she challenged me on a few things, but she was respectful how she do it. It was a real amazing, good balance there. Something about her special. And you're going to be moving in your purpose, and she going to be like this. I like him. And you're going to feel that energy. That's when you're going to get that person that show you regardless. I got your back. And that's what you want. Otherwise, you become distracted. Put all your energy into that individual, and that individual going to be like, on to the next. It's a fact. I've been in situations over and over and over again with the same person, with a different person from the same person, meaning two different people, okay? I ain't had a lot of love life as far as 8 different women. I've been in love with 80 different, no. But I have met people and allowed them to be in a certain space in my life, but because a certain energy wasn't there, I didn't make a commitment to them in a certain type of way. And as a result, later you find out that they was hurt by that. But for me, certain energies weren't there. And then when my time came, and I cared about a person a certain way, and I seen as a result how it just is what it is. The dynamic of we different. The emotional chemistry, the emotional connection ain't the same. So if you get disrupted and become an emotional man, you can become a dangerous man. Women can too, but they can't facilitate that danger a certain way a man can. We're not gonna go delve deep into that because if you look at the scale, you're gonna say, it's just a reality behind a woman sticking by a man due to his flaws and faults that differs from a man sticking by a woman due to her flaws and faults. And people be hollering double standards. It's just a difference in makeup for men and women. So for lack of a better word, if you want to talk about double standards, then it's a reality to double standards. And these things have to be accepted where a lot of people don't want to accept them at. But it's a reality. It's very deep. And it's something to think about. And you out there in Wonderland know what I'm talking about. Even the women. You know. You know you walking away from that man coming over here to deal with something that you wouldn't have took from him. Man, fellas, this is why this is a very important statement. Otherwise, you're going to be left holding the ball. Better believe that. That's a fact. Yeah, pay attention. Please pay attention to that. That's a topic that's going to be a hot topic forever. So now we finna get into she said it, I didn't. Let's go.
I was married to a man who became extremely successful. And as I watched him rise, I noticed two things. He worked very hard, much harder than your average bear. And he said no a lot. He said no to people who wanted his time and attention and energy. He said no in a way that protected his resources so that he could channel them toward his own goals. And I realized that behind every no is a deeper yes to whatever it is that you do want. No is like a bright line that, when used properly, marks off where you end and others begin. And we learn this young. I have kids, and when they want to assert their power and individuality, they say no, no. But when you lose your deep yes, you also lose your bright no. How can you say no to protect what you want if you don't even know what you want? And I started to wonder if maybe the reason I had trouble saying no to people was because I did not think that I was worth a yes to protect.
Now see, if you don't know who that is, that rich, powerful husband she was talking about was Elon Musk. That's his first wife. And if you listen to her close, she said it, I didn't. Elon used to say no. I'm a friendly guy. I like good energy. So I try my best to be around good energy. Even though that energy might not be right, I'm coming with the hello, hey, you need anything? I'm trying to put that out there. But because everybody don't share that same sentiment, puts me in situations that may not be best for me. That's not best for me. And I had to learn nothing wrong with a no. Some people will get mad at you because you've done so much to them and you told them yes so many times. At one time you choose to tell them no, they mad at you. Now they got an attitude with you. You ain't done nothing wrong. Excuse me, in the small scheme of things. But in the big scheme of things, yeah, you allowed this person access to you when they didn't prove to you that they deserve that level of access. And now they think you owe them that because they become dependent upon your yeses. So your no is such a better yes. And I had to learn that. Nothing wrong with saying no. Especially if it's at your expense, you absolutely supposed to say no. It's so many things that you can learn from not allowing people to take advantage of you, not extending that olive branch. You can learn. So the person that you do extend that olive branch to, the person that you do say yes to, the person that you do help, the person that you don't say no to, they appreciate you in a way that you will feel it in your spirit. You'll feel it in your spirit. They won't hit you with the, man, I really appreciate you. They won't hit you with that. They'll show you that. You will know. And with ego and pride and integrity, a lot of us, well, I ain't gonna say a lot. I'm one of the ones, I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm one of the ones that I'm gonna try to figure it out. I ain't gonna come ask for it. I'm gonna try to figure it out on my own. And for the most part, I ain't gonna say 100% of my life, but in my adult years, I was able to figure it out without having to go put myself in a position. Because I've always been scared that the people you ask gonna go tell somebody that you ask and gonna put your business out there. I've always understood that behind closed doors, you having a private battle, and you might come to somebody and open up to them about that private battle, but because you don't know what they going through, if they going through anything, depending on what type of person they is, I'm scared they're gonna go talk about me behind my back. So that alone, it allows me to say to myself, nah, I'll figure it out. I don't want to give a person a chance to do that to me. It's the real deal over here. They call it real deal Holyfield. So no, she said that I didn't. It's an amazing thing. Because it can be used in the right context. It can be used in the right scenario. It can be used in the right situation, as well as yes can. And ain't no way you want to keep on saying yes, 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 yes. And now you looking up and you done booked a $3,000 trip because you said yes. And here it is because this individual over here ain't feeling the same way. Ain't looking at what you did as a sacrifice and a commitment. Bye-bye, you good. You'll figure it out. What a way to take advantage of somebody. So you better be inclined to listen to that young lady talk about a wealthy man, and one of the characteristics that put him the way he is today is obvious. And it was something that she recognized. Man, why is it going like this? I ain't understanding. Is it real? Is he saying no because of this? I'm not getting it. And in reality, he doing his due diligence to facilitate what he trying to do, which is focus on his purpose, be in his purpose, create legacy. Second wife, on to the next. Focus on your purpose, and the universe is going to put people in your life for a reason and for a season. And if you so choose, so the universe will put somebody there for the duration that's compatible with you, that's for you, that's supposed to help build you, that's willing to work with you, that's willing to learn, that's willing to accept certain things from you, and vice versa. It's an amazing thing, you know. It's a beautiful thing. And here it is, years later, after the fact, she's able to tell the world some things I didn't understand back then, but now I see. Now I see. And I appreciate that experience, and I appreciate seeing that. Because she said that. I didn't. Yeah, we on and popping. Now we going to one of another special segments. This is a segment right here what we call Make It Make Sense. We try to, there's always something in life where people try to paint the picture the way they see it. And does it make sense is the question. And sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. But we focused on the things that just in general be like, come on, bro. It's funny, it's satire, it sound. When I ask people in the world, help me make it make sense, because clearly it makes no sense at all. But a person to try to make it make sense all the time when the facts, data, and the statistics say otherwise. All right. Make it make sense, please.
How to settle for. Guys, if you fuck around enough, you're going to find out that bitches who are fine and bitches who ain't fine, they act completely different. Everybody want a bad bitch till they get one. And then you're going to find out that these bitches are high maintenance, they hard-headed, and they act like goddamn kids.
So
Get you a woman who know how to treat a man. These going to and your ugly bitches, because they know it's going to be consequences for their actions.
So people got the definition of bad chick messed up. You going off the way she look when you supposed to be going off her level of integrity about herself, her level of discipline, and her level of respect for you. If she's sitting behind the counter and you come to her and she appears to be beautiful and you ask her, hey, how you doing? I'm here to get some new plates for my car, but because mine's expired. And she say, hey, all right, I can help you with that. And she asserts herself in a way to help you with that because that's obviously her job. And now you sitting back here in a position of where you need her help in order to get your license plates and move on with your day. However, that same individual can sit back there, had a bad day, not had a bad day, have an attitude problem, a plethora of things. And she can be like, well, this ain't right. That ain't, she can do everything in her power to let her energy jump off on you and send you away without helping you. At that point, is she bad? Nope. You gotta know, you gotta have an understanding of what he's saying is go out here and get you a girl that ain't aesthetically pleasing, that ain't physically pleasing to your eye. And because of that, her self-esteem gonna be low. And as a result, she gonna be willing to deal with you and treat you with no. False. It sound good. It's good for content. That's why I'm using it. A lot of people may think like that. But if you're going off integrity, you don't think like that. If she's a nice young lady, if she's a feminine young lady, other things that you can add to that to offset certain things. Everybody ain't born with a symmetrical face. Everybody ain't born with a aesthetically pleasing hair or whatever the case may be. So if that's the case, it's other things that those individuals can work on to try to offset that or mitigate that. So therefore, they can be a breath of fresh air to you. That's what's bad. That's bad. That's a bad chick. One that know how to carry herself, one that respect herself, one that walk with her head held high because she got integrity. And she ain't trying to do nothing to hurt nobody or nothing to harm nobody. That's around here, we gonna deem that as bad. We ain't gonna deem this other stuff where people talking about bad, not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It don't matter. You can look good, but if your attitude ain't right, how you looking? How you looking good with a bad attitude that ain't getting you the results that you really want? How you might not look a certain way outside of beauty in the eye of the beholder. We just having a general conversation. But you a sweetheart. And you getting the things that you want from your significant other. And you performing in a certain way all across the board. The respect there, the femininity there, the non-confrontational, knowing how to communicate, knowing how to have a disagreement, knowing how to argue, not holding it over. All that's going to be of benefit to you. When it's time for you to move forward, man ready to take that next step because the battle ain't there. The confrontation ain't there. We don't want confrontation. We just want to chill and be cool. This one is dealing with, they call it pretty privilege. So as a result of pretty privilege, she going to treat you a certain way. She going to act a certain way. But as a result of her integrity, never going to happen. And she going to be beautiful times 10. But if her integrity compromised, that means she dealing with some personal issues. That means she dealing with some personal insecurities to no fault of yours. To no fault of yours. That's something that ain't no telling what it is. That's something that she had to go and unpack to peel back that layer and say, now, why am I treating? Because everybody cater to you. That's still going to be on you. So no, we ain't going to give the pretty privileged girls the bad title. I ain't giving them that. You got to call it something else. I'm going to call you bad if you're respectful, if you're feminine, if you're friendly, if you're cooperative, non-argumentative, know how to get in the battle. You understand the dynamics of a man and a woman having a disagreement. Your maturity level is there. You have a level of emotional balance where you taking accountability for that's an amazing person. And that's all about self-respect. If her integrity there, if she aligning with herself, she have a disposition that she's a balance, she ain't thinking about you. She ain't got to disrespect you. She can be like, know what? We good. It's cool. If I choose to do that, then that's what I'm going to choose to do. If I want to keep it moving, then that's what I'm going to choose to do. But one thing I ain't going to do is be disrespectful. Let's get married. That's what he gonna do. So I'm just giving you some gems. I'm just giving you some jewels. We tapped in tonight. We just chilling. And once again, I appreciate y'all being here. So we have to make it make sense. You're gonna go over there and choose something that you feel got low self-esteem. We ain't on that. We ain't doing that. You don't know who that person is in the inside until they show you. And once they show you, there go accountability looking you in the face. All right? We want to tap back in with y'all real quick. Nice little convo pieces. Appreciate y'all being here. Once again, it's the Bigger Play where the rubber meets the road. Boom. And we get straight to it. Now we're going to end this one off with one of the favorite pods. We got a lot of favorite pods. These segments is amazing, depending on what comes out. And I want to tell you, regardless of what you're going through in life, we always going to end it off. We're going to switch it up a little bit in the middle just to try to get the energy flowing, the energy different. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people don't understand. In life, you're going to run into trials and tribulations. You're going to wake up and you ain't going to know what's coming around that corner to hit you. But what you got to do is always realize you could always get back up. You could always keep going. If you keep going, you're going to get back up. If you keep going, you're going to step on all trials and tribulations that's in your way because you keep going. That's what it means to keep going. And that's this segment. Let's get it.
Apple's side business are better than your big dog's main business. So watch this. Apple's side business, which is their services, Apple TV, Apple Music, and all their other services generated $23 billion last year. Netflix, MasterCard, Nvidia, and EA Sports together only combine what Apple does with one part of its business alone. I see somebody in the chat saying iPhone features equal 5-year-old Samsung features. But here's what we gotta realize. Where does Samsung get the concept of the touchscreen phone from? To beat a person that you've copied doesn't matter. So even if they're coming up with the new features, it's not profitable for them as a company. That's the problem. They get people competing on something when they all do the same thing. So don't fall in love with a company. You want the company that's gonna make you the most money. I don't give a damn about the service. Is they gonna make me money? Whether we like it or not, we have been trained to be consumed.
Trained to be consumed. Trained to be consumers. Jobs are where dreams go to die. You heard me? Jobs are where dreams go to die. Let me get that right. Jobs are where dreams go to die. You got a dream, but you trained to be a consumer. So you're going to put your dream on hold and go work this job. Become complacent in that job. Don't focus on your dream. Free will give you access to say, dream or go work for somebody else and facilitate their dream for them. And they'll let you go just like this because they don't appreciate you. It's a fact. However, if you focus on your dream, it's going to be an uphill battle. But if you keep going, eventually, you going to get there. You got to keep going. I love this segment because I know it's somebody out there like, man, buddy just talk, but these words going to resonate. I don't care where you at. There's somebody out there trying to win and they getting shit on. And the person next to them don't even believe in them. And they ain't supportive. But you keep going. And they going to wind up working a job. And you're going to wind up living your dream. But if they can stop with the judgments and the hatred, they can be a witness. They can be a witness to you doing what? Living your dream that can turn around and inspire them. Let the church say amen. To live their dream. You hear me? And now guess what you done did? Motivated that person to live their dream. And guess what? Now they over here with you. And pretty soon, the next person can see them. Look, the next person can see them. The next person can see them. The next person can see them. And now look, we got all these dreamers living their dream in their purpose because they didn't give up, stayed consistent, they sacrificed, stayed focused, stayed committed. You hear me? And they worked hard. You can't get away from that. You got to put the work in. I want to win the lottery. This is what I'm going to do when I get the money. Can you loan me this? Nah. You got to work to facilitate your own lottery. You can't win. It's more likely that you can make your own lottery. You got a better chance of creating your own lottery by pursuing your dream than you do as just playing a scratch off and hitting. Nah. If you work hard, and I ain't talking about at a job. I ain't talking about where your dream go to die. I'm talking about where your dream go to live. Everybody ain't a dreamer. But everybody dream. Everybody go to bed. And the babies wake up with a smile on their face. Their eyes be closed. And you think you know why. They got a lot of stories of why the babies do it. It's not important. What's important, you think you know. But you don't. Because you don't remember when you was in the womb. And you don't remember when you was 5 months. I know people gonna lie. But for the most part, you don't remember when you was 5 months and you was laying down like this. One of the happiest, beautifulest things to see, that was nature. Giving that baby an energy to give off to you. That baby was dreaming. You don't know what that baby was dreaming about. You don't know what that baby was seeing. That baby said, and you caught that baby with that smile and you felt something in your, it's the same thing for you. Live your dream. Keep going. The baby kept going. You kept giving that baby milk. You kept changing that baby pamper. You kept taking that baby to get their checkup. You kept watching that baby bum out that baby boo. That baby kept going and that baby became Martin Luther King. That baby became something special. That's what that baby became. Okay? That baby became a queen. That baby became a princess. That baby became a beautiful young lady. That baby became Betty Shabazz. That baby became Mary McLeod Bethune. That baby became Oprah Winfrey. That baby became Michael Jordan. Keep the party going.
To the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, bootless, this city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a semi truck. It's a bigger play. but not sorry.